Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm continuing my Wave 11 reviews with the Dino Charge Pink Ranger figure from Dino Charge, of course. So this is our first time getting a female Dino Charge Ranger mold, which is really nice to see because it has now been 3 years since we got Dino Charge Red in Wave 1, which is crazy that it's already been that long. And of course, the Dino Charge male body mold is one of the most oldest Lightning Collection molds because of that, and we've seen it a couple of times here and everything. But we had never gotten the female mold, which granted can only be used really for like one other figure, which would be the Dino Charge Purple Ranger, which hopefully we get that. That's a big fan favorite suit of mine, but also character of the fandom. So now that we have Shelby, I would really like to get Kendall. But it's really great to have her here because alongside the upcoming Dino Charge Blue Ranger that has yet to be announced yet, that's coming out in Wave 13, she will help us complete the core 6 members of the Dino Charge team. Obviously, we still need Aqua, Gray, Purple, Silver, everybody like that. But it's great to have her here. And they have changed with the introduction of this Dino Charge female mold, they have changed the female mold of the Lightning Collection a little bit for the best. I still don't understand why that's here, so we'll talk about that there. But overall, this figure looks really good. It's probably a close second for me in terms of favorite from the wave. It might be the best of the wave, to be honest. Let's just take a look. So, of course, Dino Charge Pink Ranger. There is Shelby's face sculpt, which looks really good, I think. They did a really good job capturing her likeness on this one. Of course, you get the hands and the weapons. You can see a little bit of the blast effect right there behind the artwork, which of course looks great from Tom Whalen. Of course, on the side, you just get the rest of the artwork. Pretty typical. On the other side, you get the Dino Charge logo up there, and then you get the rest of the artwork. And on the back, you just get her with the Tricera drill, which, like I said, is a very strange inclusion here. But overall, it looks great. So I'm really happy to have her. I'm happy that they are continuing Dino Charge, because they did a good amount, they didn't, they have now, but we had red, and then we had gold pretty soon after each other. We had black about a year after that, and then it took an entire year for us to get Riley, which we got in the last wave, which we only got a couple months ago. And now we have Shelby, so we got Riley and Shelby very quickly, and now we just need Coda, which, like I've told you before, is coming, and then we'll have the core 6. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, here is the Dino Charge Pink Ranger figure out of the box, and this looks really good. So first of all, I'm just already excited to talk about this. Double jointed elbows. So this is our first Power Rangers Lightning Collection female figure to have double jointed elbows. Every single female figure we've had since, or before this, has not. So hopefully every figure we have after this will. But based off of the leaks, there's not a lot, I think, that's using the older female mold, because we have Dino Thunder Yellow coming in Wave 12, and that could certainly be a new mold. And then we have Dino Fury Green coming in Wave 13. We also have Beast Morphers Yellow in Wave 13, and I have reasons to believe that that will not have a double jointed elbow, but we'll see. Anyway, we have it, so it looks really good. The joints are still very stiff on this, because I did just take it out of the box. However, I did kind of break in the elbow joint a little bit, just so I can show it off. And there it is. You still want to be careful, because this has already happened to me, of my Psycho Yellow figure. I have had female figures in the Lightning Collection break on the arms at the elbow, so be careful. But I do hope that the double jointedness of this does allow it to be a little bit more sturdy, I hope. I did not like those single jointed elbows. Are the knees? I couldn't remember, were the knees ever double jointed on females? I think they were, right? Yeah, I'm just going crazy. It was always on the elbows that it wasn't, but of course you still get good articulation there. Of course the skirt kind of gets out of the way. Pretty standard, female articulation on Lightning Collection, but the joints feel very nice. I've had to break a couple of them in a little bit. A couple are still a little stiff. Usually it's on the secondary knee, which that usually is the case, but not really gonna break that in too much right now. Not really gonna do anything crazy in terms of poses. But yeah, she looks great. Will look really nice with the rest of the Dino Charge team, which I of course will take a look at. The pattern matches up very nicely in terms of the chest joint lining up with the design there and design on the front. So very happy with that. Of course they can rotate. It's also a little stiff because I haven't really broke that joint in at all. The head is a brand new joint as well, which I'll take a look at in a second when we pop it off for the civilian head. But it is sculpted and painted very nicely. And overall the entire figure is done a lot better than Hasbro's other 6-inch attempt at the Dino Charge Pink Ranger, because if you remember, they included her in that Amazon 3-pack of dinos that came with the Mighty Morphin Red, Dino Thunder Blue, and Dino Charge Pink figures. to promote the Dino crossover team up from Beast Morphers. I have that pack, but it's nice to now have all 3 of those in Lightning Collection form, which actually also means that since we are getting pretty close to completing the Core 6 Dino Charge and the Core 5, or the entire team, I guess, of Dino Thunder, we're pretty close to being able to recreate that entire big team pose from that, so that will be pretty cool when we are able to do it. But as for other accessories, we do have the Dino Charge Morpher, very similar to the ones we've had before. I think it might be a little bit of a lighter yellow plastic, potentially. I think it actually might be cast in yellow plastic. I think in the past it's been painted yellow. It's always kind of confusing and hard to remember exactly how they do it. They do it differently every time they reuse effect pieces or reuse any kind of accessories. But it looks good enough. Obviously, there's a lot of paint missing there. The barrel's not painted on the other side, but I mean, it's fine. It looks perfectly good for what it needs to be. And you get with it this effect piece, which I really like this one a lot. We had this one previously with the Dino Charge Black Ranger, the Target exclusive figure. We had it in purple, and this we kind of get it in kind of a greenish teal color, kind of a turquoise. I really like this effect piece a lot. It is specifically made for the Dino Charge Morpher. It can only fit on it to have that blast effect, and I really like that. So I'm happy we have a second one of these. I might prefer it in the purple, but I do like it in this kind of teal color as well. Now, I'll get to that in a second. You do not get the Dino Saber with her. She's, well, besides Ivan, who doesn't have one, this is the first Dino Charge figure in the line to not come with it. I don't know why she doesn't come with it. It's not like they would have had to have done anything different with it. It'd just be like coming with this, where every Dino Charge member has come with the gun. They've also all come with the sword. Instead of the sword, she gets this, and I don't get it. So this is her Dino Steel weapon, the Tricera Drill, I think is what it's called. I mean, at least that's a pretty good guess. And it looks great. I mean, it's painted very nicely with the symbol there. The silver is very nice. The handle pops. I sincerely hope that it's cast in black plastic or it's going to chip off in her hand, but it's kind of hard to tell right now. And it looks great. However, I am never going to pose her with this. I put it in her hand probably for like the video right now. But after this video, this will never be used on my display shelf because it's not accurate. Of course, if you know how the weapons work in Dino Charge, when they have them in their Dino Steel mold, they have armor on the arm, on their right arm. And obviously you don't have that. There's no armor pieces to slide up onto her arm or anything like that. It's something that I know a lot of fans have wanted the Dino Charge figures to come with. I think that it's more likely that they would just do a variant of that and sell you the figure again. Like, a lot of fans have made 3D versions, like 3D printed versions of these, and also arm attachments to do the full Dino Steel. I know Designing Case has done it, and it looks really, really good. But I don't understand why they're like, oh, hey, let's finally do this now, when we have released now the 4th of our Core 5 who have Dino Steel, and nobody else has it. I'm sure Koda probably won't have his weapon, and so this is useless. So I don't get it. I would have much rather preferred she just come with the Dino Saber like everybody else did. That way it just matches, because if you want to give her a saber, you're going to have to steal it from somebody else. Probably just steal it from Chase, because he's going to use the Morpher Blaster anyway, primarily. But they're all supposed to have both. So even if she came with the like combined cannon, where the gun is combined with the sword, like that would have been a nice, cool piece to have. Although I think Kendall should have that more than Shelby should, if they ever do make that piece. But like, I really just don't understand this being included with this. Hand-wise, you get a karate chop hand, which looks pretty good. Of course, she does follow in the typical Dino Charge format of not having the silver painted on there, but that's never to be expected. Only Tyler had it. And then she has just a fist for her other hand. And of course, she comes with 2 open hands on in the package. And then let's take a look at the Shelby Head, which is not, standing up on its own because of the hair. But let's take a look at the brand new neck joint. So taking the helmet off is pretty easy. And you can see there, definitely a brand new neck joint. It's the same kind of one that we're seeing on the Target exclusive Ninja figures and also the Phantom Ranger. And I much prefer this one. So it's kind of like 2 joints. You kind of have the neck sort of plugged in there, and then you get like the ball joint on top of the neck. So I think, at least I hope, that this makes it a little bit like less prone to breaking. I hope that this is a little bit more of a sturdier joint. I know the female necks, especially on Mighty Morphin Yellow and stuff like that, have had a historical problem of them breaking at the neck, or like the neck joint, ball joint just getting stuck in the helmets when you try to swap the heads. So I haven't swapped her head yet. I don't know how easy this is going to be to get it on the new joint. I can already tell it's going to be a little difficult, so I'm probably not going to want to push it down all the way. We'll see what I can do. Alright, I did get it on there. I did hear the pop onto the joint, but it does feel very stiff to move it. I don't really want to move it that much. I don't want to damage it or anything like that. But overall, it does look pretty good. It does look like Camille Hyde, I think at least, with the face and the hair. And I think they've done a really good job, honestly, with the Dino Charge head sculpts in general. I think all of them have been pretty good. I think maybe Ivan's might have been the worst one, potentially. Riley's was pretty solid. Chase's was really good. Chase's is still one of like the top 3 ever in the entire Lightning collection, honestly. But yeah, there is the Shelby Head sculpt. There it is compared to the actress and the character, if you'd like to see a comparison there and kind of get a nice, feel for how accurate it actually ended up being. And yeah, basically all that's left to do now is I just want to kind of display Shelby with the entire remaining members of the Dino Charge team that we have released so far and see how far along we're coming. Alright, and there is Shelby posed with the rest of the Dino Charge Rangers that we have released so far. So of course we had red and gold in 2019, we had black in 2020, we had green in 2021, and we have pink in 2022. So all 4 years of the Lightning Collection have released some Dino Charge Ranger. Like I said a couple times in this video, blue is coming this fall in Wave 13 to complete the core team of 6. And then from there, hopefully we get the other members, because it's pretty much as easy as just repainting this male mold a couple more times, and also the female mold at least one more time for purple. So I'm very happy with this. I love the look of these suits. Dino Charge and Kyoryuger are some of my favorite seasons of Power Rangers and Sentai. So I'm really happy to have a really cool set of these figures, and I cannot wait for Coda to come out this summer and complete the core 6. And with that is going to wrap up my review of the Dino Charge Pink Ranger figure from the Lightning Collection Wave 11. So overall, it's another one that I can highly recommend. It's just a little strange. It just kind of has that Lightning Collection weirdness to it, with including the Triceradrill instead of her saber. But the figure itself is great. I think the head sculpt is good. I think the suit design is great. Very happy that she has the new neck joint and the double jointed elbows. I think that those are very welcome additions to the female molded Lightning Collection going forward, and hopefully we have that on more female figures going forward. Hopefully we just get more female figures going forward. We still have a pretty big deficit of them, so hopefully we do get more. And yeah, I am very happy to have this, and it's a great addition to the wave. And I think it goes very nicely with Dino Fury Red, which I took a look at before this video, and we still have 2 more to take a look at. One that I've already reviewed before with the COG 2-pack, but we have the standalone one to look at, and Lunar Wolf. Yay. So, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all next time.